Right, I'm Kames and I'm here with James.
I'm Thomas Campbell. It's my first event. We're at Kames Circuit. I'm quite excited for it. I think it's going to be a good day.
Hi, I'm Callum Patterson.
Hi, my name's Zach Mackay. I'm from Conan. I'm 14 years old. First race this weekend. Rally.
Hi, I'm Charlie Scott. This is my car from Dumfries. We just picked it up 2 weeks ago. Done my licence on Tuesday. I'm feeling great about today's race. Can't wait to get out and see what I've got.
And I'm looking forward to it here at Kames. It's quite a technical track, so I'm looking forward to it.
My name's Kate, I'm 14 and I'm from Yorkshire. Today I'm at Kames Circuit and I'm hoping to have a really good day.
After what felt like a very long wait, the Junior 1000 ACOS Challenge returned for round 2 of the 2026 season, the Mayfield Garage Services Kames Spring Junior Rally. 18 junior crews lining up to tackle the 14 stages, headed up by championship leader William Patterson and Mark McCulloch. And with those 5 drivers making their rally debuts, there was a lot going on. And right in the middle of all the drama was the championship leader. The Blue City Go was flying, leading the rally by 3 seconds after 6 stages. But then it would all go wrong, William and Mark rolling in SS7. Thankfully no one was hurt, but the damage was enough to put the rally leaders out of the event. And inheriting that lead, round 1 winners Mackenzie Snowden and Rob Fagg had matched William and Mark on the first 2 stages and were shadowing their every move in second place. After the leaders off, they moved into first, but it was all very close. The up heading out of stage 10 with a narrow 4-second lead, setting up Rob for a potential weekend double, having already won the Manx National on the Saturday. And that was over a tie for second place. Gregor Reid and Simon Mills were flying, swapping times with the up in front, despite Gregor questioning his own choice of gears on occasion. They were on the exact same time as James McLaughlin and Andrew Blackwood. After their disappointing Anglesey, they were determined to do better on James' home event, tied for second with 4 stages to go. And also looking to improve on Anglesey, Ollie Poole and Richard Simmons were right in the mix in their Seat Me. 3 seconds away from the tie for second place, their only issue was working out how to find those 3 seconds. And they were having to push after a sensational debut in Wales. German driver Leon Kaufmann and Richard Stewart were even more on it at Kames. 3 seconds away from the Me in front on only Leon's second rally was an excellent start to their day. That's maybe your old car? My old car. I did think that when I looked at the colour scheme yesterday. I thought, that does look a bit familiar. Yeah. Another 5 back, Zach Ferber was teaming up with Chloe Fleming for Zach's first Kames visit. The back of the car looking very nervous in the morning, but Zach was adapting quickly to the new venue, sitting in a comfortable 6th after 10 stages. Rhys Purvin and Barry Young's up was sporting a new exhaust for this round. 7th after 2 stages, they slipped back to 9th with a couple of steadier runs. That left them 1 second down on the C1 of Charlie Kelso and John Hawkins. Kelso and Hawkins were getting the maximum out of their underpowered Citroen, the flowing layouts of the morning really suiting the car. But then Rhys and Barry jumped back in front after stage 10, just 1 second clear of the flying Citroen. April Blair and Ailey Williamson's day began with a sticking brake in SS1. That was traced to a stone lodged in a caliper, but also revealed some other damage. All that was easily sorted in service, but they then had a brief visit to the grass. The bright pink Citigo just 9 seconds down on the Kelso C1. Brake issues were also affecting Gregor Beatson and Craig Wallace, discovering they had very little brakes in SS1. A team member was dispatched to get the required bits from the workshop, but in the meantime they had to drive around the issue. Gregor doing really well, but then the brakes failed completely and they parked the car in the tyres, dropping 17 seconds in one stage to lie 10th. Then came the first of the newcomers. Despite finding the venue quite tight, Charlie Scott and Harry Marchbank were flying on Charlie's debut, lying 11th overall. They had the close attention of our second newcomer, Callum Patterson and John McElraith, just 9 seconds back. The ex-Purvin Micra going really well, despite binding rear brakes and flirting with the grass. With the Up sporting a new, slightly less pink colour scheme, Emma Finlay and Craig Neely were out for the first time this year. Emma was driving really well, looking the most confident she has so far, and flirting with the edges of the top 10, thanks in part to some Kayla Wallace pep talks. At least if you believe Kayla. Third of the debutantes, Kate Matheson and Ian Bass were out in a very tidy Ross Cree built City Go. They started steadily, but were another crew to get quicker with each passing stage. Much like Patterson, Kate had her own grassy moment in the morning, but she managed to avoid any damage to lie 14th after 10 stages. Oh, Katie! Oh, Katie! Oh, well,
I didn't even see that. What happened?
she was on the grass on the exit and then she was sideways across the track. It's all happening there for Kate. And after years of micro-motoring, William Thompson was having to adapt to his new VW Up. With Stephen Graham alongside, they started well, but slipped off the road in SS4.
Oh, that's 61, just gone straight into the tyres down the chicken run.
Oh, that's Gregor Beatson. William saying he had been overdriving and just overstepped the mark. After a new bottom arm was fitted, the comeback began, up from 17th to 15th by stage 10. Thomas Campbell was the next new driver in the ranks, co-driven by the experienced Richard Ogilvie. They quickly discovered that their C1 could do with a more sporty sounding exhaust, but the driving was really solid, consistently taking 4 to 5 seconds on each repeat stage, as Thomas found his groove. And rounding out the runners, Zach Mackay had Man of Maps, trademark, Robin Nicholson in the hot seat of his Seat Me for his rally debut. He had set 2 strong times to start the day, but SS3 was a disaster, suddenly discovering they only had 1 gear. 2 maximums were incurred while the team changed the box, and they soldiered on, setting very strong times. I'm refusing to call him the map man because he gets annoyed. Oh, Zach's just... Oh,
that sounds crunchy. Not good.
We're not in a gear really, are we?
No. That's not good noises.
Yeah, no, good. Just trying to keep up with William. Really, he was driving really good until, unfortunately, he ended up rolling. But it's just one of them things, really, isn't it? But yeah, it's not the way we wanted to go on, really. But yeah,
it's been really good. We've been thereabouts. I've had the fastest stage time so far, so really happy.
Yeah, it's going well. We're getting into a nice rhythm and finding our way through the stages and enjoying ourselves. That's the main thing. We're where we want to be and having fun.
4 stages remained to decide the result. Mackay and Nicholson's afternoon was very good, setting multiple top 12 times and gaining a minute of their penalty time back. 17th at the finish, but there's clearly more to come. Campbell and Ogilvie continued to find huge chunks of time in the afternoon, ending the day much closer to the pace than where they had started. We'll definitely see more of the same from the C1 crew next time out. And after her grassy moment, Kate Matheson smoothed things out a bit more in the afternoon and continued to get quicker as she learned the rallying game. Running well, Kate and Ian weren't able to keep the recovering Thompson and Graham back. William and Stephen's comeback continuing in the afternoon, grabbing 14th by 16 seconds from the Matheson City Go. Findlay's extra speed came with extra risks. Emma and Craig just overstepping the mark on the last stage, clipping some tyres and almost reaching the point of no return. Thankfully they survived with just damage and grabbed 13th at the finish. 12th was a very solid debut for Callum Patterson and John McElraith in the mighty Micra, another crew quickly finding speed with every stage. They ended up 29 seconds down on Scott and Marchbank. Top of the debutants, Charlie made a lot of people sit up and take notice with his pace on his first rally. And salvaging 10th after their argument with the tyres, Gregor Beatson showed some very strong pace in the afternoon as he continues to work on smoothing out the driving. Co-driver Craig very impressed, describing him as a bloody good wee driver. Blair and Williamson stepped their pace up in the afternoon and were beginning to reel back the time lost with the brake issues. Closing in on 8th place, they ran out of stages, ending the event just 7 seconds away from Kelso and Hawkins. Kelso himself said the afternoon stages wouldn't suit the car as much, and he was right, slipping back slightly from 7th despite continuing to drive the wheels off the car. The C1 still only 7 seconds away from Purvan and Young by the finish. Reese prefers the layouts that were used in the afternoon, and it was showing in the times, pulling clear of the chasing C1. Barry very happy with his driver's performance, with Reese producing his best drive at Kames so far. Furbert and Fleming kept a solid pace in the afternoon, making sure of their 6th place on Zach's first Kames event. With rumours of a new car on the horizon, the Englishman is going to be one to watch for the rest of the year. In the battle for 4th, Poole and Simmons couldn't quite hold on, slipping back to 5th by the finish. That equalled their Anglesey finish, but they were much more competitive this time out, encouraging for the future rounds. And Kaufman and Stewart were still flying, setting multiple joint fastest times and leapfrogging the Me in the process. 4th overall, just 4 seconds away from the podium on only Leon's 2nd event, was a really impressive result. But now for that huge battle for 2nd. Reid and Mills struck first, fastest in stage 11, to pull a 2nd clear of McLaughlin and Blackwood. Then the two cars set identical times in 12th, joint fastest with Snowden and Kaufman. James and Andrew then attacked 2 seconds quicker in 13 to lie 1 up with 1 stage to go. Avoid the tyres on the exit. So that's cost him a wee bit of time, wee squeaky brake. That gave them the momentum, equal fastest again, 1 second up on Gregor and Simon to secure 2nd place for the Bridgend team. Only 2 seconds apart after 14 stages. What an amazing battle for 2nd. And that battle was only 2 seconds away from the win, Snowden making a rare mistake at the hairpin in 11 to only have 1 second over Reid and Mills. That meant there was no cruising to the win, Mackenzie and Rob having to push and only finding 1 extra second over the 3 final stages to make it 2 Junior 1000 Acos wins on the bounce and 2 rally wins in 1 weekend for Rob.
It's been a really close battle all day, and I've really enjoyed it.
Fabulous day, yeah, as you say, it was so close all day. Yes, there were a couple of little mistakes, but you know, the sort of thing you know as soon as you've done it, and don't do it again sort of thing.
Yeah, the buzz is real. We're both over the moon to, in the last couple of stages, put a real push on and gain that time back and get 2nd overall was brilliant.
To be honest, he drove his socks off. Did really, really well. To be honest, quite proud of him. But absolutely terrified at the same time. No go lie, close by eyes going up that chicken run a few times, but hey, we got here and we got the result, so well worth it.
Yeah, no, really good day. Really enjoyed it again, same as last year. So yeah, no, really good.
Really tight venue, really tight margins all day. You've had to push. There wouldn't have been any chance to relax.
Yeah, no, it's been really tense all day, and Rob's managed to keep me calm, and yeah, keep us going to the win. So yeah, no, really good.
Yeah, we had a bit of a moment on stage 12, I think it was, where we just had a bit of an overshoot and nudged the bank and gave away probably 3 seconds. So I just want to make sure he kept his hands on that steering wheel and didn't let go of it, because I wasn't going in there again after the efforts today we've put in, and it's been a great rally. And probably I'd like to say a big shame that William had the incident, because he was on a pace today, and it would have been nice to have him here and you know, battle with him and the rest of the lads, because it's been really good and close. Great fight with everyone.
So Mackenzie and Fag make it 2 in a row in 2026. And up next, the challenge heads to Crail Airfield in June.